Hey, what's going on, guys and gals? In this particular video, we're going to be talking about how to set up your custom controls right here, these layers. These are on the right-hand side of your mixer as far as the rack goes. And these are the 4 rotator knobs. And then you have your 2 buttons. Now, something I would like to point out, and this is what really threw me off for the longest time. There are some parameters that when you set this up will not transfer over to the actual mixer. Now, the master fader that we have right here, this will transfer over. As you can see, I'm moving it now from the mixer itself, and it transfers over. If I hit the page setup, okay, on here, it's showing me on Wing Edit, but it is not showing me on the mixer. If I come over to the mixer and do that, then it is opening up just like you see it right there. Okay? The snaps for these scenes will not work. You've got to set this up on the actual mixer itself. Right now, we're going to set it up in Wing Edit, and then my next video is going to be using the mixer to follow this exact same process. So the first thing we want to do is come over here to RCC Edit. And this is where it is right here. When I came here, I named it. Right there, the M1 fader. I'm not going to redo all of this. Then the mixer reset, as you can see, you can name it. And then the actual setup here, you can name it. You could put whatever you want. Global setup. G setup. And as you can see, it changes it right there. So how do we get there? Well, this is going to be for our scene recall. Now, the only way that these work is if you put them inside of a show. And when you're right there where it says scene number 1, that hashtag +1 has to be in there. And the only place we can add this tag is inside of a show. Don't get confused. Just follow through with what I'm going to show you here. And it's going to go like this all the way through every one of these controls. Now here we have scene 2, scene 3, and scene 4. As you can see, it just follows right along with that. So I've got to actually sit here and label these. So what I'm going to call this is actually I'm going to use the default name here. So what I'm doing is I'm setting these up for the faders. And then I'm going to come down here to the main one. And that's where you see that name come in. And then on scene 2, we're going to name this Thoughts of You Reaper. And then we're going to give it a color. And I'm just going to follow right along with these colors right here. Color here. Turn the light on. There we go. And then hit close. Now for scene number 3, we're going to do the exact same process. And what this is going to do, it's going to allow me to control my master fader all the way across this by just using these 4 controls. And keep in mind now, we have all these layers that we can use. Right now, we're just working on layer 1. So for scene 3, right here, scene number 3, we're going to name it Tiptoe Through the Crypto Mastered. We'll say done. For scene 4, now keep in mind as you're looking at all of these, you can set this up. Anything you see here as an option can be assigned to that fader. So you could do your matrices, you could do your buses, you could do whatever that you want to do. Okay? So I'm going to come here, I'm going to name this one W Live. And that's for my W Live card. If I come over here and give it a color, or let's come back here to this one. and give it a color. We're just going to go here, turn the light on, close. Here, give it a color, turn the light on, and then hit close. Now, this is very, very important here. Okay? All of this information gets embedded into this snap right there. So we're going to update that and say confirm. So the reason I'm telling you this is since we're going to use Thoughts of You Reaper and we're going to load that, we've got to do the same process again. You see, mixer, reset. I haven't assigned any of the volumes because now you know how to do that. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to add a color. We're going to put this back on. We're going to say close. And then we've got scene number 4. Scene recall number 4. And I can name this W Live. And then hit done. And give it a color. And hit close. Now, just like with the last one, Thoughts of You Reaper, we've got to come back to the library now, and we've got to update this snap. Confirm. Get your snaps done first. Okay? It's the easiest way to do this that I have found. Because now what we're going to do is we're going to come over here and we're going to create a show. You see, we don't have anything here yet, and we're going to say create. I'm going to say Dana. And hit create. Now we have nothing in this show. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here from 0 scenes. If we go to Mixer, it's not going to help us. That's why I'm saying a lot of this does not transfer over. So we're going to come back into Wing Edit. That's what that edit is. And we're going to hit this little add button. We're going to go back to Edit, Thoughts of You Reaper, add. Come back to the edit. Tiptoe through the crypto, add, and then we're going to do one more. W Live. See, it doesn't matter about the way they're lined up here. It's how we line them up in the show. And now we have our 4 scenes now. These snaps have now turned to scenes. You see right up here where it says 4 scenes? Even though it says snap over here to the right, these are now scenes. So if we highlight the first one and we come over to show, you see where it says edit tag? Boom. If you look down here, it says allowed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. And I don't think that period is allowed. And then the hashtag. And we're going to say hashtag, which is above the 3. And we're going to say 1. Watch what happens up here to the left of Mixer Reset now when I add this tag. Boom. There it is. We come down, edit tag, hashtag 2. We come here, edit tag, hashtag 3. And we come here, edit tag, hashtag 4. Now, keep in mind, the only time this is going to work now is if this show stays open. So since we've made these changes, we're going to save this show. If I close this show, and then I come over here to this CC Edit, you can see all the colors. You can see the names, but you cannot click on them. I'm clicking on them right now. Nothing's happening. Okay? Now I can work the fader over here. You see where it says the bass? That's fader number 1. That's not what we want. Okay? So what we're going to do now is we're going to come over here to our show, Dana, and open. Now we can go anywhere we want to. Okay? But if we come up here now, there is our stuff. So if I click on this, there's the Mixer Reset. There's my fader. I'm over here on the actual Wing mixer now on my rack. If I want to go from there to there we go. Thoughts of You Reaper. Tiptoe through the crypto. and then scene number 4, which is our waves live. Now, if you notice, these aren't named when we get to that because I didn't name them. But if we go back here, you'll see that I did take the time when I told you that you have to go through when you edit each snap and you have to add all this information in there. Because you can see the mixer reset is highlighted here. And if I click on this now, it's going to take me in Wing Edit to my global setup page, but it is not switching it on my mixer. Again, very important. This only works in Wing Edit. Okay? If you want this to work from your mixer, that's going to be the next video. And again, when we come down here, and since we've got this mixer reset loaded, if we come up here on layer number 1, we can still go through fader spill, DCA rack, DCA number 1. We can edit all this information. Doll buttons, sends on fader, DC mute. We're going to say DC mute. Here we've got number 1. Notice it doesn't say scene. There is no hashtag here. So if we come down to this button and we go, you know what? We're going to bring up our SD recorder. Add marker, next marker, select session, previous session, SD record. And then we're just going to say, once we do this, okay, we've got to go back into the library now. We've got to take this snap and we've got to update it. Don't hit Save Plus or Save Plus Scope. We simply want to update it. So now when we come over here to our CC controls, you see all our information is now over here. There's our DCA mute. And I don't have any of these DCA set up right here. Again, to the global page. Thought to you, Reaper. The next scene, which is the snap. And you can see it moving right up there on the top left. Okay, you'll see that moving up and down. And the way that I found out, the easiest way, is you see these buttons down here? These are highlighted now, where I can actually use them. So if if you hit the next one, you can go through here and then you have to hit the go. Or you can go previous and this will actually load it for you. Okay? Man, I know it sounds confusing. Okay? When I was trying to sit here and go through all of this, it just absolutely blew my mind. I would set it up on one, it wouldn't work on the other. I'd set it up on the other one, it wouldn't work inside of here. And that's when it's finally dawned on me that, you've got to set them up from both locations. Now, again, since I do not have this show opened, it is closed. Okay? If I come over here now, as far as these scenes or snaps go, it's not going to work. So the only thing on this one, if I've come over here to the 4th encoder, you can see that it is working that master fader. All of these encoders will. Now I'm going to the 3rd one. Now I'm going to the 2nd one. And now I'm going back to the 1st one. So I can actually load these snaps or scenes within the show control and have my master fader right there at my fingertips. Okay? I hope this has helped clear up some information that's out there on the internet about setting up these custom controls. And also, just so you know, that you can do the same thing. You have to do the same thing right here. The first button is going to activate scene number 2. I've got my switch set on normally open. And then here I have it set on scene number 3. So I can actually start with my whatever scene I want to, which is going to be my mixer reset. And then my switch will take me to scene number 2. And then the GPI number 2 is going to take me to scene number 3. All of this gets saved inside of this snap. Update. Confirm. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next one.